Hi, welcome to the VOWCAST, our destination wedding podcast. My name's Elizabeth.
And I'm Whitney.
And we are in Cancun, baby. We are super excited because we've been checking out some wedding venues this last week just for you.
We've toured dozens of venues and we're so excited, as Ellie said, to share with you the what's good, what's not, the hypes. And we're really excited to share straight from the beach.
So if you are thinking about having a wedding in Cancun, this episode might just save you a lot of money and time, and hopefully you have a great time.
It will. Let's get into it.
All right, before we start though, I really want to take a moment and digest what we have behind us, okay? We are located in Hilton Cancun Mar Caribe, which is a beautiful property south of the Cancun zone. And before we start talking about the Cancun area, I really want to kind of locate ourselves a bit where we are and, the different areas we have at arm's reach of the airport. It's Cancun International Airport. Right now, we're located 15 minutes from the airport, and we are at the south end of the super famous Cancun hotel zone. Now, there's also other areas here that are called Cancun, so people can get confused very easily.
Right.
So about the north.
So north of here, you've got Costa Mujeres or Playa Mujeres, around 25, 30 minutes from the airport, but heading north, give or take with traffic. And it's very, very different. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later.
Yes. So when we say Cancun zone, we're talking high rises, one next to the other, this beautiful view. Fantastic. When we talk Playa Mujeres, Costa Mujeres, we're talking a bit north from this area. Still stunning views, still white beaches, but different layouts of resorts. Okay, so let's dive in. Who should look into Cancun weddings and who shouldn't? And let's say Cancun hotel zone, just like where we are right now.
Well, definitely somebody that wants this view.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
In the hotel zone, you typically get this beautiful, amazing ocean, bright blue ocean, white sandy beaches. And on the other side, actually, you have the lagoon, which also gives you another amazing view. And remember, guys, in the Caribbean side, the sun sets on the opposite side, so not over the ocean.
The sun doesn't hide in her ocean here.
Right. So if you have the lagoon on the other side, you do get beautiful sunsets also. A lot of the resorts are built up for that reason. So you can really see an amazing panoramic view and it's beautiful.
So who should get married here? Whoever really likes this backdrop, whoever wants, to be close to the nightlife, close to the airport, shopping. Now, who shouldn't? And I think the downside of this, and you need to remember Cancun zone, says beach all over it, right? Because that's the main draw. That's where this whole thing happened and started. So if you are not only about the beach and you're more about maybe more, lush vibe or
tropical,
maybe more
greenery
activities, but the beaches, I mean, obviously beaches are important. This is still the Caribbean, but this is mostly like the view, right? Who shouldn't come here? I think honestly, my first thing is privacy.
Right.
Like when you look around and I'm looking this way and I can see 60 resorts, one next to the other. It's fantastic to see the ocean, but when you look to the sides, they're narrow.
They're
the beaches
together.
Are not so private.
Agree. If you want something that's more maybe spread out, a lot of tropical greenery, you can walk through the grounds. Maybe you find a little spot with a different venue, very private. Even you want a bigger resort with golf cart transportation.
Then steer away from Cancun zone.
Then steer away from the hotel zone for sure.
Okay, here's another question. From the venues we've seen this week, which has been your favorite or which one stood out wowed you?
For me, it has to be TRS Coral. They have a rooftop, gravity terrace rooftop. For me, that's amazing. And actually, it is on TRS Coral is an adult-only resort, but the gravity terrace, they do allow a few kids to go to the ceremony or the events. It's a game changer.
And good job, Palladium.
Yeah, amazing.
Yes, this is a Palladium group. It's the adult side, but I agree with that one.
I mean, I love it because of the view. It's private.
And again, you do get the view. You do get the turquoise ocean at the Costa Mujeres area. You're facing Isla Mujeres. It's facing north. So you do get the white and the turquoise and the wow factor of the view, but it's it's a lush resort. It's in that area. I like this one. Excuse me, but we're in the AC. we're having this beautiful view. We are located at the ballroom at Hilton Cancun Mar Caribe. And I mean, this is nothing like a ballroom.
No, as far as ballrooms go, look at
I
this.
mean, it has a whole wall of windows with this stunning view. It's really nicely decorated. You don't really need a lot on this, and you can hold up to 100 people, and you get the best of everything. You get your privacy because it's a private event. You get, the view
And the AC,
and the AC.
which helps in the Caribbean.
Which resorts in Cancun have the best beaches?
Oh.
I'm
Well,
I'm
hello.
like,
Which one over there? I think definitely Iberostar, Iberostar Selection Cancun. We
yes.
was there yesterday. Amazing. Everywhere you look, it's just breathtaking.
And it's like the last one at that like area, so you don't get the walkers day and night. Like it kind of is at the end of it, so literally like it's one of the most wide and long
And
beaches
less
that we've
beach
seen
traffic.
in the Cancun
Uh-huh.
zone. So you get the views, you get the beautiful white sands. Yesterday when we seen it, oh my gosh, the ocean was
Stunning.
I really wanted to jump in. It was people were in this deep,
Just
just
talking with a
talking
drink,
inside with
very
like the
calm.
waves were perfect. Um and it's not too crowded.
And what I liked about it, as you went, because again, it's a high building, but as you went up in the elevator, each floor is just views like this,
All
all the
the rooms
windows,
face the ocean.
all the rooms. It's just amazing,
Yeah,
beautiful.
I would say that beach wins. I do really like the Hard Rock though too.
Oh, yes, that's also a nice
It's
one.
it's more within like more properties, but it has it's just such a great vibe.
Yeah.
The resort
the
has
beach.
such a personality, and that beach just yeah, Cancun blows you away. We do have to talk also about some points like this year was tough with sargassum.
Yeah,
The
the
seaweed in the
seaweed.
summer was tough. So seems like last month this was not like how we're seeing it, right? So it's important to take that into consideration because we're looking at the most amazing beaches on the west side, but in summer it can get
They can be affected,
affect.
and it can look very, very different. Typically speaking, in Cancun, I mean, this is a very calm day, actually. Typically speaking, it can be quite rough in the ocean. So, especially in the seaweed season, with the swell of the ocean plus the seaweed, the beach can change dramatically. So, it's important to know if that's a deal breaker for you. Avoid
So
those
if
months.
you're looking at a summer wedding, definitely look at north.
Yes.
Like the Costa Mujeres area that we were just discussing, where the Palladium, the TRS is, other beautiful properties that we'll talk about, they did not get much seaweed this
Yes.
year because it's facing north. It's more protected by the island, by Isla Mujeres. So definitely summer wedding,
Maybe head towards that side as opposed to the center of Cancun.
and it's a bit more sophisticated, that
Yeah, it
area.
is.
I like
I
it.
agree. I agree.
Okay, great. We're doing great.
Ah.
All right.
Are we?
Producer, right? Are we? Okay. Which Cancun resort is family friendly but still has like a romantic vibe, baby?
Well, I don't want to. I mean, I know I'm mentioning the TRS Coral Palladium a lot, but I really feel like
Which one's her
Palladium.
favorite?
Yeah, Palladium Costume Harris for me is it has that vibe, and here's why: you have a lot of areas for the families. You have a lot of when we were there, you have the splash park for the kids, and you have that part to enjoy. But if your kids are in the kids club and you want to go and have a nice romantic dinner, there's so many restaurants to choose from. You can even, if you're staying at family selection, you can go over to TRS as an adult.
I
So
was
yeah,
impressed with the amount of like gastronomic options throughout. Like you have the, I don't know, 12 restaurants at the Palladium side, which is the family side, which is like the main area, and then that everyone has access to. Then you have your family selection that is, they call it like a different property because it has elevated amenities and access. And then you have the adult only next to it, the TRS. And you can walk through all of them, or you can take a golf cart or a
oh,
boat.
that's romantic.
Super romantic, boating
The
around the
lagoon
resort
boat,
from one spot to another.
beautiful.
But it was incredible how much they offer and how, yes, you can mix the family groups because there will be, families with kids. We have a lot of couples that come with their kids, but then they want to hang out and have some, romance, some more calm, low key vibe. And you can get that at TRS.
And also it has the tropical feel as well. It's a bit different to the center of Cancun, so you feel that, more lush,
We
tropical,
know that was your
romantic
favorite
feel.
now.
I do. I
I
love it.
can sense it. I want to
Yours?
say, well, I have too many favorites. I want to say Majestic. It also has, it's a family property. So you have, you can invite your friends or you can bring your own kids if you're a couple with kids already. And then it has like a section of it which is like adult oriented, and you don't feel like it's a family property. It is very romantic. I love their venues. It's a very good combo. It's a top popular one, like, because it has like exactly what you need for a group that needs, some romance, some kids area.
Yes.
Um
And a lot of the areas are kind of central to the property at Majestic, so you feel like you see the view of the ocean. It's very, yeah, and the service is great.
I think I really love the balance there. Um all right. Good one. Let's go to question number 5. Best Cancun venues and resorts for larger groups, 100 plus.
Oh,
Where are you going?
I'm saying Palladium again, guys.
Again?
I, I
Well,
have seen more than just Palladium on this trip. No, but the reason I want to mention Palladium, and I'm sure you agree with this, they
I was going to
do.
say that, honestly. You took it from me.
Yeah, and I mean, I have had couples with large groups, and it's been successful. So, they have great venues for large groups. Um, they use the theater is amazing. Like the theater is already set up in this beautiful structure, and you don't need to do a lot to it.
Yeah.
So to have that already
Covered,
just
so don't worry about
covered,
rain.
yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful.
they have the infrastructure.
Yeah, they do.
It's such a great setup, layout, and infrastructure as a chain for weddings and big groups. Their convention
The
center,
convention
like,
centers, the foyers,
mind blowing.
yeah,
Really beautiful.
beautiful.
I wanted to say also the Hard Rock.
Oh, okay.
Because they do a lot of bigger groups as well. We have a lot of South Asian weddings there, and they have this beautiful terrace, a sunset terrace facing the lagoon that we were just talking about. It
Over
fits,
300.
yeah,
Yeah.
300
Just
people
over, yeah.
in Cancun zone. It's not, you think of the resorts that are just that one building, high rise, and that's that. But they do use the space pretty well, and I would love a big wedding there. And you also, it's deceiving to see that it's just one building. There's so much to do there.
Right.
It's you don't get bored.
And just touching on the South Asian weddings, because it is a popular one for South Asian weddings there too, and they also have their own chef.
Yes.
So that's a very good
Love it.
Wait, before we move to the next, let's take a cheers.
Oh my
Look where we
gosh,
are,
yes.
guys.
This is work, man.
Cheers.
Cheers to all of you getting married soon.
Thank you for listening, tuning in.
Oh,
Delicious.
that's nice.
Okay, what we got next?
What we got? Best Cancun venues and resorts for medium-sized weddings. Okay.
Oh, okay.
30 to 50. Let me start. I want to do SLS.
Oh, okay, nice.
I think it's such a beautiful, fresh concept. It also has a very intimate vibe. So really, it's a newer property. We honestly are discovering it and are just absolutely loving it. We have a lot of people asking about it. Check it out. I think they have an answer for your group. You will feel like if it's 4 or 5 days, usually what couples do, what groups do, they'll feel like there's a lot to do. Like they won't get bored. It won't be like, we're hi everyone at the same buffet. Like it does have a good size vibe, but the venues feel intimate and just gorgeous. What do you think?
I want to say Iberostar Selection Cancun
Okay.
also. I
Oh,
think
the gazebo.
yeah, they also have some spaces for larger groups. They can do both, but I feel like the gazebo it has more of an intimate feel, like it doesn't, you don't feel like you're putting 30 people in there and the space is for 100. Like there's a lot of options.
Oh, can I say one more?
Yeah, go.
Excellence Coral.
Oh, Excellence Coral. Yeah, that's also beautiful.
That's one of their newer properties. Beautiful new build. I just absolutely love the classy vibe, and they have a max, I think, of 60 or 80.
That's true. It's
So their groups
good
cannot
option.
be too big because they go by the venue. No, I think they do 100 there.
Okay.
And in the Playa Mujeres, they do 60. So that brand, check it out. They have beautiful, really great deals as well with the wedding package and all. I love the concept.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good one.
intimate and classy, you
Yeah.
know? Alrighty. Okay, let's move to best affordably priced resorts for guests,
Okay.
but still manage to get a good elevated wedding experience and venues for the couple. Hmm.
I like Dreams Vista, Cancun.
Yes.
Um, Dreams Vista is a very, very modern, beautiful property. But what I love about it is the Ocean Deck Palapa. I was thinking of the name. That venue.
Yeah. Hold on.
Amazing.
You know,
Go.
vista means view. Okay. So it's not in this hotel zone. It's just north where it doesn't have other properties next to it. It's by Puerto Cancun,
Right. Still close to
the
the
port,
airport. Still,
still
yeah.
close. And everything is about the view because that's the name, Vista. Go. Sorry, I
No,
just
it's
needed to
okay.
interrupt
Good.
you with that.
Thank you. And the Ocean Deck Palapa is a palapa um in the ocean. And the aisle, yeah, on top of the ocean, and the aisle is the walkway. My goodness, it is breathtaking. Um, I think that one takes 70 to 100, maybe a little bit
Yeah,
over.
and it's a quite reasonable price
Right.
for the stay. And it's I've stayed with my family. I love that resort. It feels again one high rise. You're like, oh, what's it gonna have? There is like a surfing pool, and there's like wall climbing for the kids. A bunch of stuff. It has a golf
Golf
course
course
next to
right
it.
next door.
It's close to a lot of great shopping. So great
What's not to love?
product. Yeah, you're right. I love that
Also, the
one.
beach area there is a little bit more narrow, smaller beach, but still very, very beautiful. And you don't get a lot of people walking along
True.
that
It's
beach.
very private. It's a very narrow beach compared to this, 100%.
The
But
venues.
yeah, overtakes because you're looking at the most turquoise waters across to Isla Mujeres.
What do you think?
I really like Vivid. Hyatt
Oh,
Vivid.
Hyatt Vivid,
Oh,
Grand Island.
yeah, Grand Island. It's not far from where we are right now. And it's very reasonably priced. They've been fantastic with the weddings we've had there. This resort is not on the beach. Watch out if you're looking for like walking out of your room and headed to the beach. This one's across the street on the lagoon side. And I think that's really, really authentic. It's very cool. It's surrounded by lush, by the lagoon, and they have a fantastic beach club. The beach club there is like, I feel like I'm in Tulum in that, super boho vibe, excellent like service, great drinks. I love that property and I think it's really reasonably priced. And look, we both picked one from the same chain because their wedding packages are also really good. Like
Yeah.
you don't end up spending a
Great
ton.
inclusions.
Yeah, and it's high quality.
Mhm. And also they do offer the shuttle to the beach club, not for the weddings, but during the day. It takes what, 5 minutes?
5 minutes and you're there. And I do have to say, Hyatt Vivid is adults only. Vista, what you picked, it's a dream, so that's a family property. All right, let's do. I think we're almost done.
Oh my goodness,
Okay,
already?
hidden fees to know about in the Cancun
Okay,
area.
good
I want
one.
to read something that we read on Reddit. One of the concerns was Hard Rock Cancun is not very transparent with wedding pricing, like surprise fees, and resorts say they couldn't finalize prices until 3 months out. Why is that? Super important question.
Yes, yeah, it is.
What happens when you book a wedding 12, 15 months out? You need to remember that these properties make up their packages. They have some of the furniture. It might have those avant-garde chairs, or they might have, a few things. But most of the things they still outsource. They have vendors for flowers, they have vendors for everything. So they they can't just pull a price out 15 months out and tell you exactly how much you're going to spend. I know it sounds uncomfortable,
Right.
and some couples are very fine with it and they're like, okay, well, then how much do I think of? Okay, our suggestions always go 50% up of whatever you build with their package, and you should be safe. Um, and we help them early on with, okay, this is how much a package is. How many people do you have? You have more people than the 20 in the package. This is how much, you need
Yeah,
to
extra guest is.
put in the budget. But it's hard to know like the amount because they have to wait on their vendors, and it's not that easy. They can tell you what today that would be, but they can't guarantee that that's going to happen in 15 months. They'll tell you, hey, it's going to go 20% up on the flowers, inflation, all of this. So it is something that annoys a lot of our couples, and it's like a confusion out there.
Well, I think it's also a confusion if it's not well explained in the earlier stages. Like that's part of getting help when you're planning your destination wedding, which we've talked about before. So I think get the help. It will be explained on how the process works. Another fee to consider, and some people overlook it or don't know, is the venue fees. So some of the resorts for the more premium venues, they have a venue fee for them. They're more private. Bunch of reasons why.
Sometimes it's a restaurant that they have to close
Yeah.
for like from their normal operation, and they have minimums. They need to say, hey, it's $2,000, not 12,000. Some are, but not, but just one or two that I
Yeah.
can think of. It's usually like 1,000, 2,000 for a certain type or a certain venue that you need to privatize.
Yeah.
Which is, I wouldn't say it's hidden. Maybe this person didn't have the help
Well, that's
on
exactly.
time. Hidden as such. Well, make sure you find out if it's with taxes.
Yes.
Because sometimes they say, oh, it's 75 per extra person, but then plus 15 service plus 16 tax. So consider another 31% extra on what says plus taxes. Other than that, honestly, it's going to be what you build out of it. So if you have your package and you're going to add, the typical things that we add are dance floor, DJ, flowers, some lighting if the venue needs it. Budget around 50% of what you've already budgeted, and you should be on the safe side. And also, I have to say, I would be probably one of those brides that needs to know, okay, dude, am I going to spend 10, 5,000 or 15 or 20 or 30? Like tell me more or less a ballpark. Then definitely try to get in contact with the wedding team. We set up a lot of video calls with them, run them through, go see an example. Sometimes it's just really just communicating that would help that couple, like, be at ease that, okay, I will be able to afford this wedding and it's not going to end up triple that what we budgeted a year out. Okay. Are there any times of the year to avoid the Cancun zone? We kind of we went there on with the budgeting, but I think it's important. And what we just said, sorry, about fees, is throughout destination. It's not just a Cancun
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. I think times to avoid, as we already touched on, consider the seaweed season. It's definitely important if you want
Remind us
that
when that is, Whit.
beautiful beach. Start of summer, May, June, is probably at its peak. Look, I also wanted to touch on that. A lot of resorts are doing things in the ocean, in the area to help with the seaweed, but it's definitely something to consider if you want to
Where was
avoid
it
it.
that we've seen that net that they put?
Um,
We've seen so many.
oh my gosh, we have. It was the first resort that we saw, and it was beautiful.
Yes.
We'll
Was
come
it?
back to you on that.
Yeah. Come on, brain. It was just 15 resorts. You got this. Okay, we'll come back to that. All right. So times of the year to avoid. I mean, summer also comes with hurricane season. Uh Knocking on wood, we've had a great summer, and so far no big rain or anything. Just probably end of September, October is when, the storms can be a thing. Now, remember that it can rain any day of the year because we're in the tropics. But there's always a backup, like this beautiful ballroom. There's always something that the resort will do to accommodate and help you, still have a fantastic time. So don't let that really stop you a lot unless, you really have to have your toes in the sand and that's what you're dreaming of. Okay, then aim for the winter, maybe like later November, December, early in the year. And that's
I
considered
remember
pricey.
the hotel was the Hilton also.
Oh, yes,
It was
Hilton
in
Cancun. Oh
Cancun.
my gosh. Sorry, we're at the same sister property. They put a super net,
Barrier.
a barrier around the beach, and you could tell on that area because that one's more south on the Riviera side, that other resorts next had
Yeah,
sargassum on their
you
beaches,
look
and
out of the window and you saw
this
the
one was
seaweed.
like pristine. I'm like, whoa, that so don't get, too frustrated or disappointed. Let's do some research because there might be, a property that you really want, and they were doing the right thing. A lot of them do clean in the mornings. Like you see tractors, even like the local governments do that. There's now projects with what to do with the seaweed. They're doing like recycling, like it's a lot big thing.
I also wanted to mention another time, I mean, you may avoid it or you may want it, is spring break, to consider spring break in Cancun,
If you're a spring break couple, then come in spring break.
Yeah.
No, but like here, Cancun zone is still famous for that. Although a lot of resorts don't even take spring breakers.
Right. Yeah.
So
there are
it's-
limitations sometimes.
Yeah, unless you really want to go to the big party. But usually they don't even do weddings at that time of the year in those resorts. So, but yeah, it's a good one. I would not like spring breakers around wedding.
Maybe 10 years ago.
That's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. We hope this episode really helps you save time and money and stress. And what else, Whit?
Don't forget to subscribe wherever
Oh,
you're
yes.
listening.
Please subscribe.
Wherever you're listening and watching. And also look out for our bonus episode. This or That is coming soon. It's going to be real
It's
fun.
going to be good fun. If you have any other questions for your Cancun wedding planning, just let us know. We'll be happy to work on that. And thanks for everything. Are we good? Should we go? Should we go to the beach? Yes.
Oh, I forgot the drinks. Hi guys, here again, Ellie and Elizabeth from the VOWCAST.
We didn't want to leave without showing you this.
Look where we are. Beautiful. Fiesta Americana, Coral Beach, Cancun.
This is in the heart of Cancun zone with the best beach, clean, no seaweed, fantastic grounds, great service, great food, mind blowing.
Enjoy guys.